All right, welcome to Tennis Rebels. I'm David Kazee, and in this video, I want to talk about strategy and point construction. Probably one of the most overlooked things, especially in lower level tennis, and just kind of getting more in depth of how your thought process should be while you're thinking out here on the court. Now, a lot of basic strategies go around, such as just hit it to the backhand, hit it up the line, hit it cross court, all these type of things, but we need to get a little bit more in depth if we really kind of want to focus on beating people who are better than us or even competing at a high level. Because at a high level, we've got to understand what our game plan is. We got to be able to implement it in more of a strategic way instead of just something as simple as I'm going to keep the ball in play. Because things like that don't necessarily work in terms of beating someone who is better than you. So what we got here is just 1 point that I was playing with a friend. I'm just going to kind of talk through my thought process while I was playing this point. First off, I'm always going to set a goal when I'm playing with someone. What I want to do here is I'm trying to attack the backhand of my opponent in order to get a short ball so I can hit more of an aggressive shot or hit a winner or hit a shot that I can move in forward on. Now, that is my overall basic strategy, but it is a little more complicated within the point to incorporate that. So what we're going to do is kind of talk through that while we're watching this here. Okay, so just going to play through the video. And excuse the paleness here. All right, so here's the first ball. And whenever we were playing drop feed points, in case you didn't know this, always hit the feed back up the center. It's kind of an asshole thing to do to go for a winner on the first ball. So if you didn't know that, now you do. So go up the ball with or middle with the first ball. Okay. Now, he plays up the middle probably for the same reason, not to go for a winner on the first shot. Now, from this position, this is where we're actually going to start constructing the point. Now, as I said, I want to attack the backhand side, but from where I'm positioned at and where he's positioned, I would have to hit a very, very good shot here in order to really do any damage. I mean, he's kind of setting up for his inside-out forehand, and he's covering the backhand, so he's not going to have to move too much, even if I hit it to the side. So I'm going to have to hit a perfect shot, really. So I'm going to be a little bit more patient here, and I'm going to take the ball a little more inside out to his forehand side, see if I can make him take it a couple steps to that shot to see what happens here. Okay, so I do that. I hit it, decent shot deep into the court. Now, this is where a lot of people will make a mistake when they're playing of where, say if you're my opponent here, they see this big hole, and this is where they're going to try and hit that shot. Now, I want him to hit here. Okay, and a good player is going to, especially since I'm left-handed, is going to want their opponent to go up the line here because there's only 4 outcomes. Okay, now he can hit a great shot that hits the line that most likely will win him the point, but you have to understand he's several feet behind the baseline. The ball is deep into the court. This is a very, very low percentage shot to go here. Okay, now there's other options where he can hit the ball deep, which gives me a cross-court forehand to his backhand, which he doesn't necessarily want. Okay, the ball can go up the center of the court to my forehand, which is definitely not what he wants because that goes to his backhand. Or he hits the ball short here to the side, and same result, I get a forehand to his backhand side. So the correct play, even though I'm giving him this court here, is not to go up the line here. Okay, he wants to keep the point neutral because if he doesn't hit this low percentage shot, if he doesn't hit this perfect, then I'm going to be in control of the point here. So let's see what he does. Again, he plays more of a neutral shot, goes cross court to my backhand side. Now, looking at this same scenario, look at the court space here. Okay. Now, one thing is I know my game, and this is another thing you want to concentrate on when you're playing is understanding the shots you can and can't hit. This shot here with my backhand is a low percentage shot, and I'm facing the same thing that he was facing the shot before. I have to hit this ball perfect to really kind of put me in any kind of position to win the point here. So I'm not as comfortable with my up the line backhand. So I'm again going to be patient, and I'm going to keep the point neutral, go cross court, and just wait to see what happens here. Again, I go cross court. Okay. Now, same scenario. He's got this open court here. And most players would hit here. And if you hit to this shot or this side of the court, when your opponent wants you to hit there, you're playing into their game. Okay, so we want to kind of avoid that as much as possible. If your backhand's weak and you go up the line, that ball is going to go to your backhand side. So really the best play here, again, would be to go back cross court to try to keep the point at neutral and see what he does. Good. He hits it cross court. Okay. Now this ball is very deep into the court. Very good shot on his part. Very small chance for me to hit the ball up the line here successfully. He's got me pulled off the court pretty far. So really in this scenario, I want to try to keep the point in neutral, keep the ball deep. If I go cross or up the line here, I'm going to be in trouble with his cross court. So again, I'm going to take the ball cross court, try to hit it as deep as I can. Hopefully I can get enough depth on the ball to where I can stay in the point here. I hit the ball deep, okay? A little more net clearance to try to get it deep there. Definitely more of a defensive shot. Now, this would be a scenario, since he hit such a good cross-court shot, where he might consider going up the line here, okay? Because he's got me pulled so far off the court here that even if he doesn't hit the perfect shot, I'm going to be on the move with the next ball. So if I were him, I would be looking up the line or going cross court, but this would be a scenario where he could hit up the line, depending on where the ball is as well, because I think I hit this ball deep into the court, which pushes him a little further back. So it might be more difficult to be super aggressive with this up the line. But this would be a scenario when you could go up the line, and it might cause a mishit on my part, and I might not be able to kind of get that ball to his backhand side here. All right, so let's see what happens. Okay, now this is the shot that I wanted him to hit, okay? Instead of getting the ball cross court, he went more up the line, but he didn't hit it quite as well, okay? Now I have a ball up the center of the court that lands shorter, and this is the ball that I'm going to attack the backhand with, okay? So I didn't attack on the other shots. I didn't try to attack the backhand too early. I waited for the opportunity here for a weaker ball that could really do a little bit more damage on his backhand side, hopefully to create the short ball. So I get to the backhand, okay, and I did not go for a winner. I just hit the ball deep into the court, making him move to hit this shot and hopefully creating a short ball off this next shot. And that's what happens. I get a short ball to the forehand when I can step inside the court here. Okay, now I've got him pulled way off the court with that shot, and I have anything, probably even just a 90-degree shot here to the baseline is going to be good enough for a winner. So I've created an easy winner here by pulling him off the court and forcing him to hit that short ball off that previous shot there. And as you see, ball goes into the open court, easy winner, and that's what we're looking to do. Okay, so we don't want to pull the trigger too early. We need to think about the percentages here. You know, what is your chance of winning the point? For example, if we're going up the line, is lower. Sometimes we just need to hit a few extra cross-court shots to open up that opportunity. And I would say the biggest thing for people to realize is understand your game, understand your opponent's game. Okay, if your opponent can blast shots up the line all the time, this might not be the correct strategy. So we have to kind of mold our game plan with the people we're playing, but at the same time, know what you can and can't do. And me and this person I'm hitting with here play a lot all the time, so we kind of know each other's games in and out, so we know what we're trying to do. But we definitely want to be a little bit more in depth with the construction of the point. Okay, my goal is to hit it to his backhand and then attack. I hit 3 or 4 shots in that point before I even got the chance to hit it to his backhand side. So sometimes we have to kind of work ourselves into that game plan. So let's watch this one more time here. Okay, so I pull him out with the first shot. Now we get into a neutral rally, back and forth, waiting for him to miss hit. He mishits here. Now I'm going to attack. Creates the short ball, and then I put the point away. Okay. So this is the type of more in-depth thinking, and I know this might be, for someone who's first starting out, this might be a little bit much to handle at first, but it's just getting the idea. You know, really watching points, watching professional tennis, and just try to figure out how they're constructing the point. You know, don't just watch and be in awe of what people are doing. Really try to get in their head. What are they doing? Why are they hitting here? Because one of the good things about tennis is you can beat players who are better than you. And this is one of the ways of doing it is strategy, playing smarter, being more patient, thinking more on the court, having a purpose for each shot, making these decisions in those split seconds, and just getting more in depth with what your strategy is. You know, on a basic level, going out there and saying, I'm going to hit every ball to the backhand or I'm going to hit every ball cross court, these work to an extent, but when you're playing better players, it's not going to work. You're going to have to really kind of get more in depth. Every little thing you're seeing your opponent do, you're going to have to manipulate, and you're going to have to play percentages, and you're going to have to understand what shots they can and cannot hit, and kind of use that to kind of play into your strategy here. All right, well, if this video helped, I'm going to start posting more. Any comments I can respond to, any ideas of any more videos I can post, please let me know. I'll put them up. Like if you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye.